So I'm Ian Campbell here with the Emerald Media Group. We're speaking with Rosenblum, the Oregon State Attorney General. What brings you to Eugene and the University of Oregon today?
We have arguments tomorrow at in the federal court on the same-sex marriage summary judgment case. So that's really huge, and as you may know, we are the defendants. The state is the defendant. However, we have declined to defend the constitutionality of the ban against same-sex marriage in Oregon, and so we're here to explain to the court our position. We wrote a brief.
2012, you said that you would, abide by, enforce the rules as they're written in the book. So historically, how often does the Oregon Attorney General or Attorney Generals kind of decline to defend what's been voted upon?
Well, it's very rare. In this case, we took a real hard look because it is my responsibility to defend the state. But where I conclude after quite a bit of help from my brain trust that there's not a basis to argue for the constitutionality.
Yeah, another popular issue that we've been kind of dealing with, especially in Oregon and kind of across the nation, has been medical marijuana and recreational marijuana. So when you were, running for office, you said that you would make medical or marijuana enforcement a low priority.
Right.
Could you speak a little bit to what you meant by that?
As far as the seriousness of the drug problem in the state, which I believe to be a very serious problem, particularly with methamphetamine and heroin, that I was going to make marijuana enforcement, actually bringing cases involving defendants who are found to be in possession of marijuana, a low priority by comparison with other types of drugs.
The Senate bill that you alluded to about medical marijuana,
yes.
And so critics have been saying that with this, potential ban that local governments can, put into place, that the sale of medical marijuana or marijuana in general will go back to the black markets, and those profits will, go back there. What kind of concerns do you have about that shift in payment or sale?
The more we can regulate the dispensaries, the better chance that we're going to avoid. I mean, right now there's plenty of black market, so it's like we can only improve, I think, in that regard. I don't think it's going to go the other direction by regulating medical marijuana. Now, whether we're going to solve the problem, I think that's highly unlikely. There's always going to be a black market for drugs, for any drugs. I'm very happy, actually, to be taking a little bit of a backseat to our neighbor to the north, the state of Washington and Colorado. We're watching very closely what they're doing, because we are anticipating that there's at least a likelihood that we could be in their shoes. So this is sort of a pilot project, almost, the medical marijuana dispensaries, because it could very well morph into legalization.
But on a high note, I know that you're a double duck, as you say. So I don't know if you have any favorite memories of when you were back in school, but do you have any of those?
Oh, well, I love the campus. I was walking around the campus this morning, and just all kinds of memories were flowing back. I always loved the athletics here, even though I was never an athlete myself, and recently got to come back as a singer of the anthem at one of last year's Ducks basketball games. That was really fun.
Perfect. Well, thanks for stopping by. We
Sure.
really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.